Drives Me Crazy by Elisha Barnes. Fade in. Exterior, car moving down 4-lane road in the suburbs, day. Interior, inhabitants of car, continuous. Terri Wheeler, 34, about 25 pounds overweight, but still sexy in a Bridget Jones kind of way, and her husband, retro nerdish Pete, 38, are on their way to the movie theater. Pete is driving and is going the posted speed limit, 40 miles per hour. Terri is not happy about this.
Speed it up, would ya? I don't want to miss any of the previews.
Babe, I'm doing 40. What do you want?
What do I want from you? Speed, Pete. Speed!
She snakes her left foot over the console and presses it on top of his right foot. The car's engine revs and catapults forward.
What are you, nuts?
Tries to apply the brakes to no avail.
We're gonna have an accident! Or get pulled over by a cop!
Car is going 60 miles per hour. Terri increases the pressure.
Don't worry, I'm on it. We're fine. No cops around.
Pete starts to shout and grabs onto the steering wheel more tightly. He picks up a newspaper that lies between them and waves it around.
You're not good to see any movie if you don't take your foot all the hell off mine! Maybe the inside of a hospital. Why are you always so neurotic about my driving? I'm a good driver!
The car hurtles through green and yellow lights until it breaks free into a wide expanse of lightless road. Terri eases her foot off the accelerator.
Good. We'll be there in 5 minutes, thanks to me. I'll even have time to stop at the snack bar.
If we had left 10 minutes earlier, like I had suggested, we could have avoided your maniacal driving. I'm just lucky a cop didn't pull me over.
You're just lucky you have a wife who gets you to the movies on time.
They pull into the driveway of the Regal Theater, and Pete starts to go to the right to park.
No, don't park in that lot. Park in the one to the left. There's better spaces there.
What do you mean, better spaces? They're all the same.
Not as many people park there, so you can get a space you can pull through, and not have to back up when it's time to leave.
He looks at her incredulously.
What have you done here? A traffic control study?
Just park in the left lot, okay?
Okay, babe.
He steers the car towards the back lot, makes sure he pulls through on the space.
Satisfied?
For now. But then there's always the ride home.
Exterior, Wheeler's house, late morning. Pete Wheeler is on the roof cleaning leaves from the gutters. Almost all of the leaves are from the next door neighbor's huge tree. Terri is on the ground. Next to her sits the beloved golden retriever, Harvest.
Our neighbor should cut down that piece of shit tree. Look at his lawn. Hardly any leaves at all. Son of a bitch. Be careful up there, Pete. I don't want you falling on your ass and running up medical bills.
Thanks, Terri. I'm overwhelmed by your concern for me.
He tosses wet leaves on the ground and they land with a thud. Suddenly, his toe captures the gutter's edge and he tumbles off the roof. Terri and her dog Harvest rush over.
Oh my God, Pete, are you all right?
I don't think so. I think at least my arm is broken.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna sue that lousy, rotten bastard. Can you stand up?
If you help me, I can.
She goes around to his right side and bends down to pick him up when he cuts her off.
Left side, left side! The right side is the one that's broken.
Terri reverses course and lays a hand on his left arm.
Gentle now. I don't know what else might be. Oh my God! Put me down! Put me down!
She drops him and he screams again.
Call an ambulance! Ah! I need to go to the hospital!
Right away, sweetie.
Interior, Wheeler's living room, evening.
Now, that wasn't that bad, was it?
A broken arm and a broken collarbone? A real day at the beach. Now I can't drive for 6 weeks till I get this cast off. I don't know how I'm going to do my job considering my right arm is my dominant arm.
As if to emphasize his point, Pete takes a clumsy bite of takeout Chinese and drops half of it in his lap.
Maybe they can find something else for you to do?
What? All we do is write paychecks and ship them out. We deal with over 300 companies. Precision is a must. I wonder how much sick time I have.
Well, you've been working there for 15 years. I should think quite a bit.
I'll call Stu tomorrow and find out.
Good idea.
Interior, Wheeler's breakfast room, morning. Terri has on nurse's scrubs, and Pete sits there pouring a ton of sugar into his coffee. Next, he sips on it, and a smile crosses his face. He's wearing his pajamas.
So Stu said you have 10.5 weeks of sick time and to take your time getting better?
Yep. Apparently he once fell off a roof and broke a collarbone, so he knows how I'm suffering.
Oh, really, Pete? Suffering? You look pretty damn comfortable to me. Have you called our attorney yet about suing that lousy, rotten bastard?
No, not yet. Do you really want to sue our next-door neighbor? I mean, he could make life a living hell for us.
Like he doesn't already with the filth tree? Oh, do what you want. I'm late for work.
Bye.
Interior doctor's office reception area in the morning. Terri is yakking with Joan Capiletti, 27, who never gave up big hair, when the phone rings.
Doctor's office, could you hold? Thank you.
She puts the caller on hold.
Anyway, he broke his right arm in 2 places and his collarbone.
Oh, that poor guy.
Poor guy nothing. I'm the one that's got to wait on him hand and foot and do all the driving. Poor me.
Well, you know what they say in AA?
Terri shakes her head.
Pour me, pour me, pour me a drink.
Not funny, Joan. This is going to be a living hell for me. I hate to drive. It makes me so aggressive. I better take that phone call now.
She takes the caller off of hold.
Doctor's office, thank you for holding. Mrs. Harrison, this is the 4th time in 2 weeks you called with an emergency. What is it this time? Mrs. Harrison, you have a chronic bad back. Now you're welcome to come in and see Dr. Flanagan and plop down $50, but he's just going to tell you the same thing.
Terri turns and rolls her eyes at Joan.
Painkillers. Only Dr. Flanagan can prescribe those. He has an opening at 3 today if you'd like to come in. No, Mrs. Harrison, we don't have a taxi service. Don't you have a neighbor or family member that can bring you in? I'll pencil you in at 3 and see you then. Bye-bye.
Mrs. Harrison, again, that poor thing is just lonely. Doesn't she have any family members who care about her?
Only when the will is read.
Joan bursts out laughing.
Terri, you're horrible.
It's true. She's loaded, but she never shuts up. Makes it hard to be around her, which is why she likes it here so much. She has a captive audience.
Just like you'll have a captive audience with Pete.
Don't ever compare me to Mrs. Harrison again, Capiletti, or I'll make you pay. Big time.
Exterior, in Wheeler's car, next day, evening. Terri is behind the wheel and travels very close to the car in front of her.
Don't get so close. Babe, if he brakes suddenly, we're screwed.
He's driving 5 miles under the speed limit, and he's had his turn signal on for 3 blocks now.
She honks.
Must be an old fart.
The car slows down and turns into an apartment complex. Terri turns and stares at the driver.
A young fart, even worse.
Terri quickly zooms ahead and takes the curves at breakneck speed. Pete is next to her and feigns braking on his side.
Slow down, for Christ's sakes. This road is curvy. And look at your hands. They're placed at 5 of 10. How can you possibly control this tonnage driving like that?
Actually, 2 hands are redundant. I only need 1.
She takes one hand off the steering wheel.
Now I'm comfortable. Oh, would you look at this guy? He just cut me off. Big man in a truck. Pencil dick. Do you know they say big trucks are overcompensation for being less than blessed in the crotch department?
I don't have that problem. I could have a Honda Fit and feel secure.
Spot on, honey. Spot on.
She lays on the horn.
You cut me off, you son of a bitch, and now you're driving like you're getting paid by the hour. Hurry it the hell up!
Terri, please, calm down.
I won't calm down. Did you see him cut me off?
The truck suddenly turns off the road and Terri really lays onto the horn and gives the driver the finger.
Terri, how much longer till we get to the mall?
She turns on her right turn signal.
It's right here. Now watch. Someone's gonna try to steal a parking space from me.
She drives up and down the aisles looking for a place to park. Suddenly, someone's car roars to life and Pete makes the sign of the cross.
This is a great spot. Look, the entrance is right there. I'm protecting this spot like a mama bear protects her cubs.
She turns on her signal again.
Look, someone's turning down the lane and stopping. They think they're gonna get this spot? Whoa, baby ducks, are they ever wrong?
She inches closer to the space and tries to engage the other driver in a stare down, but they're having none of it. The SUV pulls out and goes in the direction of the other car, effectively blocking it from the space. Nonetheless, Terri floors it and the engine rumbles loudly as she careens into the space. Pete is ashen.
Do you know how close you came to hitting the car next to me?
I'd say, judging by your face, pretty damn close. But that's what they get, parking so close to the line. Look at that monstrosity, a Yukon. How obnoxious. I bet they cut people off all the time. No one needs a car that big. He's lucky I don't key him.
Interior, Wheeler's kitchen, morning. Pete, once again, loads up on sugar in his coffee, while Terri is in her scrubs. She picks up a pocketbook from the living room chair and gets ready to leave.
What are you planning for today? I'll be home at 1 to give Harvest her shot.
Flashback. Interior suburban garage morning 2 years ago. Terri and Pete stand next to a balding, beer-bellied man, 40s, and the three of them stand over a pen that holds one lone puppy who is whining softly. It is forlorn looking.
She was the runt of the litter, the only one left.
It's so cold in here, the poor thing.
No use turning on the heater for one dog.
Terri bends down to pick her up and the puppy licks her face.
So does she come with any papers?
Newspapers. Dirty or clean, up to you.
Terri turns to Peter.
Let's get her. She's pathetic if you don't take her. They're just waiting on my call.